For the past few weeks, our Flamehead siren of the song, Cary Grant, has embarked on a musical tour of Britain looking for unlikely venues that have played host to world-famous bands.
Tonight, she discovers how the Sex Pistols ended up playing in Huddersfield at a children's party.
Huddersfield has many claims to fame.
It's the cradle of the Industrial Revolution.
It's the birthplace of former Prime Minister Harold Wilson.
And it's the town where rugby league was born.
But Huddersfield's also a big noise when it comes to punk rock.
I am an anti-coaster. I am an anarcho.
That's right, I said punk. This place back in the 1970s was called Ivanhoe's, and it was here that the Sex Pistols played their final UK gigs at the height of their notoriety.
Banned from performing live, the Pistols, to all right-thinking people, were heralding no less than the end of civilization.
Over the last 12 months, punk rock has become almost a battle cry in British society. For many people, it's a bigger threat to our way of life than Russian communism or hyperinflation.
God save the Queen. She ain't no human being.
But Johnny Rotten and his friends had a softer side. They came to Huddersfield to play a benefit gig for the families of striking firemen. Now, they played 2 shows, but remarkably, given their public image, one of them was actually a Christmas party for the children of the firemen.
The strike had been going on for 9 long weeks, and many firemen had relied on handouts to get them through Christmas. Alan Mitchell was one of the strikers. He heard about the gig and went along with his wife Val and their 8-year-old daughter Caroline. It's not something I would have wanted to go and see as a child.
It was a freebie that my dad was taking me to. And I think I was just his free ticket in.
You needed a child to get in.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You need a child to get in. We have a child. That's our ticket in. Let's go.
Val, were you worried about bringing your daughter to a Sex Pistols gig?
Yes, I think I was, because they're very notorious of the Sex Pistols, aren't they? And I wasn't quite sure what was going to happen and what they were going to say.
In front of the children, the Pistols were on their bestest behaviour. Take Antichrist Johnny Rotten, who'd found his hands and face covered in sticky cake when Val asked him for an autograph.
And he said, I'll just have to go wash my hands. And off he went, and he washed his hands, and he came back with clean hands, and he did the autograph. That I could not believe.
But were they kid-friendly?
Sid Vicious started swearing on stage, and Johnny Rotten stopped the music and turned and said, "It's for the kids, is this? Cut that out."
8-year-old Caroline emerged unscathed from her Christmas encounter with the pantomime villains of British pop. She had her picture taken with Johnny Rotten and had a surprising meeting with Sid Vicious.
Just a dark stranger ambling towards me, stopping, kissing me right on the top of my head, and then just carrying on walking. And that was Sid Vicious.
I bet you've been getting drinks off of that for years, haven't you?
No, that's been my icebreaker at parties. Something you don't know about me. I've sat on Johnny Rotten's knee and I've been kissed by Sid Vicious.
It's an amazing story, the softer side of the Pistols. But the day didn't end there. In the evening, they played another gig, this time to adults.
Julian Goodall, a 17-year-old music fan, went along.
The Sex Pistols at... and then it's just a series of question marks. What was
Secret
all that about?
location. This was the last concert of the tour, and most of the other venues, the concerts hadn't taken place. So I think they were trying to make sure they performed the concert, so they did it this way. I've got some photos here, and one of the photos, I'm right at the front of the stage. It was a great experience. It was just very electrifying. No trouble, there was no fighting. At times we were on the stage and we went back off, but there were no bouncers there, no one pushing us about. Just a really good atmosphere.
Talk to me a little bit about Johnny Rotten.
He just seemed in a really good mood. You know, he didn't seem bitter and twisted like people say. He just seemed a really nice guy. To his left was Sid there. That is a great photo. You don't see many photos of Sid smiling, but he looked to be having a good time. Looks happy there.
The gig Julian attended turned out to be an historic one. It was the last UK gig that the Sex Pistols ever played in their most famous lineup. Shortly after, they went to the States. Within a month, they'd broken up, and within another year, Sid Vicious had died. The most iconic Pistols lineup was gone forever.
And that's what gives this town in the Pennines a really important place in British music history. Eh, Johnny?
And we don't care.
What a truly extraordinary story that is, isn't it, Cary?
Insane.
Unbelievable.
Absolutely
They're both gigs on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
OK, the kids had the next last one, the grown-ups had the last one.
Mad. Absolutely mad.